Hey guys, come on downstairs and welcome to episode 0 of our Cal State Fullerton Titans Dynasty here on Mama's Basement. So this is a series preview. We're going to open up this series on January 12th, 2021. And I just wanted to drop this episode and go over a few points that will be important for you guys to understand going into this series. This is more than just a Dynasty series. I feel like a lot of Dynasty series have gotten a little bit stale. A lot of them just go game to game and you just follow one team. This is more than that. It's more than a Dynasty series. It is a full college football sim. Alright? What I have tried to do is drop Cal State Fullerton into a living, breathing world of college football. So it feels real. It feels organic. It feels like Cal State Fullerton is part of something bigger. And what has happened has been even better than I imagined. Season 1 is approximately 60 episodes, so not just 13 or 14 games. It's about 60 episodes. And I covered nearly 200 games of highlights throughout the season in season number 1, which comprised about 2,000 highlight clips from games across the country, from every conference, from the SEC all the way down to the Sun Belt and Conference USA. And every game that I've covered, obviously that doesn't involve Cal State Fullerton, has been CPU versus CPU. I also want you, the viewer, to feel invested in this series, so I have dubbed this a Fanbase Series, and I want to go over that concept right now before we drop episode 1 on January 12th. So what I've done is I've created a Fanbase Series where I want each of you to claim a school as your fan base or as your team. And it can be the team you cheer for in real life. It can be the team that you think is going to win the national championship. Whatever you choose, go for it. Choose a fan base to join in the comments of this episode. And this is a team that you will follow throughout the entire season. And as we go into season 2, you can change your team, because I'll have another episode like this where you can change the school that you want to cheer for or whatever. But I don't want you to necessarily choose who you think is going to win the national championship. Obviously, that's the ultimate goal, but it can be a P5 school, it can be a G5 school, whatever you want, because basically when your team wins, you're going to win. And it doesn't have to be the national championship. If your team wins a conference championship, you're going to win. If your team wins a bowl game, you're going to win. Ultimately, the national championship is the biggest prize. But let me explain. When your team wins, you win. So say you are a fan of Utah State. That's my school. That's where I went to school. That's the team I cheer for in real life. I'm going to claim them as my fan base and say they go on and win a bowl game. So everybody in Utah State's fan base that claims Utah State as their favorite team is going to go into a drawing for some type of prize. I'm not exactly sure what they're going to be yet. We will figure that out as we go. But I want the ultimate prize to be a PS5. Ultimately. And when your team wins, you go into the ultimate drawing for a PS5. And it might be like the bigger your team wins. Like if your team wins the national championship, then maybe you get more chances to win that. Like say the national champion gets 10 ping pong balls, as you will, in the lottery drawing. And if your team wins a bowl game, you get 2. If your team wins a conference championship, you get 4. Something like that. I'll figure something out. But when your team wins, you have a chance to win. And that's the concept of this. So in this episode, I want you guys in the comment section, and there's a good 15 days between now and the time that episode 1 is going to drop on January 12th. I want you guys to comment with the team that you're going to follow or cheer for. And each week in our highlight show at the end of the week, you'll see highlights. And often watch for your team. And and then the first episode of every week, we'll go over conference standings, so you can track your team, see where they're at, the top 25, all of it, just like you're following a real college football season and cheering for a team. Okay, so think about that in the comment section. Choose a team that you want to cheer for. It can be the team you cheer for in real life. It can be a random team that you just feel like following for whatever reason. So that is what this episode has been. Episode 0, an introduction to the series, and a chance for you to select a team that you're going to cheer for throughout Season 1 of our Cal State Fullerton Titans Dynasty series that is more than just a dynasty. It's an entire college football sim. I can't wait for it to start dropping on January 12th. It's going to be a blast for everybody involved. Hope you guys had a great Christmas and a happy New Year. And next time you hear from me, it'll be January 12th, and we'll be dropping episode 1 of this series. It's Cal State Fullerton Titans Dynasty on Mama's Basement Sports Gaming.